Hey Pisces, good morning. Welcome to my channel. My name is Katie, and today I'm going to be doing a love and romance reading for you guys. Let's see what is in store for the beautiful, beautiful Pisces. Guys, gals, non-binary pals. Spirit, please bring in the most accurate predictions, the best advice, and the most powerful confirmations for Pisces in regards to love and romance. Oh wow, well, do I even have to do this reading? Look at that, you got the Ten of Cups as the first and main energy. So Pisces, this is beautiful to say the least. This is emotional fulfillment here, okay? So you may be experiencing an amazing moment in your life emotionally. You may be wanting to manifest this. You may be dreaming about that ideal home, ideal partner, ideal sunset. Look at this creek, how beautiful it looks. And some of you have this vision very, very alive in your mind. And it is definitely forming, it's shaping to be. Some of you who are already in relationships, you may be amazed at how beautiful they have turned out to be, especially if they're kind of new. If you guys are married, it seems like there's a lot of harmony here, a lot of unity. If you are single and there's no one around, well, that's really good news, because this card is letting me know that if you want someone to be around, what's wrong with the focus? Okay, if you want someone to be around, the energy is very conducive to this. We have here the Fool for Pisces in romance. Why is this thing not focusing? Okay, so the Fool is, I love this energy, is an energy of taking a leap of faith. Some of you may be having a hard time doing this. You may have a hard time jumping into something new. Some of you, you've had your heartaches, your heartbreaks, I feel like some of you have been in those relationships that they take forever to untangle from. Maybe some of you have gone through a serious, draining, exhausting divorce or breakup recently. Or maybe not even recently, but it led to you saying, I don't want anything new for a while. I'm good. Because it may have been so, intense or just prolonged. And I see here that many of you are in desire of love and more, but you may not feel kind of brave enough right now to take a leap in that area. Some of you could be having a challenge with a Gemini. Some of you feel like you are too naive. You don't know how to... What's wrong with the focus of this thing? I'm getting annoyed. It usually works so well. All of a sudden it works well, see? Interesting. Well, what was I saying? Some of you feel like you're very naive and you have a hard time trusting your selection of potential partners. You may feel like you always attract this kind of person, or you always attract the person who's going to do this kind of thing to you. And I feel like some of you have given up on the idea of manifesting a love that is, within your ideal. In the recent past, we have the Five of Swords. So with the Five of Swords, I would say that there could have been conflict in this area. There could have been drama. I feel like some of you have dealt with people who are so immature in their ability to communicate that honestly it has almost made you give up your your hope for healthy connections. But it's because maybe you've had one after the other relationships with people who don't know how to communicate, who don't have any connection to their emotions, that don't have any awareness. People who just shut down and are not even aware they're shutting down. So some of you, I feel, because of these conflicts, you've unfortunately developed a lot of confusion in this area and a sense of disempowerment. Many of you just feel like you should just rest and not even open the Pandora box of love anytime soon. Take it if it resonates. This message will, of course, not always be, all of them will not always be for you. We're talking to Pisces who are coupled, who are single, who are wanting a relationship, who are doing great on their own and don't want a relationship. So take whatever applies for you in your life, as always. Confusion in the recent past, big question marks. Even if you are in a relationship, in the past, you may have been, before this relationship, you may have been very like, I have no clue about anything. And then all of a sudden, this relationship comes in and it's beautiful and it lightens up your life. Some of you may have been in this phase of your life in which you maybe didn't have much of a social life after the pandemic. Maybe you just kind of closed off. You were hard at work, working out, taking care of your health or your hobbies or whatever, and like not really connecting to many people, not really being social at all. And you may have let a lot of time pass and realize afterwards you have become very, very kind of like withdrawn. But maybe there's a love here that has arrived or will be arriving that is going to take you back into this open-hearted way of living. But some of you are, needing to recharge. Some of you are like, not yet, not now. For those of you who are partnered, you are in a relationship, I'm getting like, rest assured that this is going to work very well. It's like, I don't even have to tell you this. Like, I would be surprised if you are in a relationship right now as a Pisces and you're having trouble. Like, I don't feel like that's the most predominant energy. I would be a little surprised, if that was the case. Of course, every path is different. Every single relationship is different. But in your mind space, I see here the 9 of Pentacles. Talks about stability, abundance, joy, flow. Some of you may be choosing this person and saying, you know what, this is my person and I want to live the most beautiful and comfortable life that I can for me and for them. Some of you may be making plans, but at the same time, you have a very independent energy to you. It's like you're together, but you're not diluted into each other. You haven't merged into each other in any unhealthy way. Some of you in the near future are going to have some options in the love department, okay? Some of you have been not necessarily unhappy, but maybe a little neglected or neglectful in your partnership, and it's just not feeling right, and it hasn't felt right for a while. I'm not saying that you're struggling. I'm getting more of a vibe of stagnant energy. Some of you that are in a relationship that is okay, it's stagnant though, you may be faced with the need to make a choice. Should I stay? Should I go? Should I continue with this person or should I date that other person? Should I choose to not have a relationship right now, or should I choose to look for a relationship right now? There's going to be choices to make, important choices to make. For those of you who have partners and you feel this harmonious energy with the 10 of Cups, they're saying here their opinion matters, okay? They're going to be the ones that tell you a piece of advice that makes a really big difference in this decision that you're going to be making. with a 6. Where's the other one? Oh, there it is. Okay. 6 of Swords. I'm so happy to see this, Pisces. I feel like some of you have reached a point in which you're like, you know what? I simply don't accept failure in love. I simply give up people who will breadcrumb me or betray me or lie to me. And it's like you're leaving everything here at the dock and you just left in your beautiful sailboat and you're like, I'm not having it. In the life that I want to live, those are not present. There is no such thing. So you're leaving behind betrayal. You're leaving behind breadcrumbs. You're leaving behind lies. You're leaving behind, rescuing people, the need to rescue your partner. You're leaving behind financial stress. It could really apply to different areas of your life. But you're like, you know what? Fuck this. And you're leaving it behind at the shore and you departed into a life that does not include those things. And yes, there is a life that you can live that does not include people that betray you and cheat on you. The thing is, we tend to settle, and in order to start attracting only people who really, really care about us, we need to really care about ourselves. And in order to get there, sometimes we need to say no to a lot of people. No to everything that is not quite right. And that opens the door and signals to the universe to bring what is actually right, because it's the only thing we're going to say yes to, if that makes sense. You have a Knight of Swords here in the environment. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy. Double trouble. Oh my god, I just heard double trouble. And I see that this horse has 2 heads. Some of you could be dealing with 2 brothers, 2 sisters, even twins. Oh, that's funny. Be careful if you have a twin. Be careful if you have, if you're a woman and you have a sister, or if you're a man and you have a brother, because someone around, possibly an air sign, could be fancying you both. That can get tricky right there. So just heads up if that resonates with you. With this Knight of Swords, I also see that the energy around you is one of focus. And I love that. I get a feeling that you're just not going to put up with shit anymore. You know what I mean? Like, you're just not going to blindfold yourself and convince yourself that someone who's not worthy of you is. You're not going to sell anymore. You're not going to lie to yourself anymore. You're not going to be wearing those rose-colored glasses that haven't really helped you, okay? That's what I'm seeing here. And we have the Knight of Cups in the hopes and fears. Pisces, there could be someone that you already have your eye on. And you may want to ask this person out. You may want to reach out to this person, whether you know them personally or not. And I don't know, I feel like you're scared about it too. I'm seeing a crow right here in front of me. I have my computer on, and sometimes when I'm going to do a lot of readings, like one after the other, I put this thing on. You're going to love it if you don't know it. It's called Planet Sleep. It's a podcast to help you fall asleep. And it's narrated by this guy who does true crime documentaries and like the Lights Out podcast, Mile Higher podcast. And he always talks about really creepy shit, but his voice is very soothing. So people started saying, like, dude, please just make something that is relaxing, because we're falling asleep to these, like, dark ass stories. And like tons of people, you guys, like thousands of people. We're like, our subconscious is like being all fucked up because we're falling asleep to your voice and you're talking about murders and crazy shit. And he opened up this Planet Sleep thing. Follow them on YouTube, you guys. It's really, really cool. And I have it here displayed, and it's just kind of like, of course, it's on mute, and I see all of these images and trippy like animals, and it's just a very nice sight to see. And I saw a very beautiful black crow here. And this deck actually has a lot of black crows everywhere. I haven't seen one right now, but to me, those are magic. Powerful magic too. Right now, you may be stepping into a moment in which your romantic life is going to become very, very magical, very mysterious. There's going to be a lot of passion coming in here, you guys. Ooh, let's let that thunder be a confirmation. Okay. Some of you have already received an offer of love, but you're scared to take it. Some of you feel like you have become a little harsh towards others. But what I see here is that you're going to be really walking away from things that are not supporting you. Some of you may encounter a lot of opportunities to have passionate encounters, flings and things like that. And you may very well say no to this. You may be like, oh, this person is just someone interested in, sex, a good time. Well, I'm not up for that right now. And you may be just kind of stepping away. I feel like you have all of these ideas. See how she has castles over her head? I feel like she has so many plans and visions and ideas of what could be. And when presented with the opportunities of just, something meaningless in that way, you may be like, no. With the Queen of Wands here, some of you could be tapping into your very fiery, inspired energy. You may find yourself very focused, doing all sorts of productive things, being very efficient, being very kind of like on your A game, kicking ass at life. And that's when you're gonna meet a special person, when you're really seriously not thinking about it. Now, for those of you who are in relationships, that's a whole new thing here. Let's start. Those of you who are in relationships, some of you could have a little bit of a challenge if one of the people involved have a desire for kids right now and the other person doesn't. There may be a desire to visit that possibility. And if not in the same page, someone here, possibly you, could be choosing to walk away from this connection. I see you very empowered. I see you just flowing. Someone here may be thinking about dyeing their hair red or becoming like a redhead. Maybe you are a redhead. Then that message is for you, that you're going to be very focused on your life and doing the things that you want to do. And once you're there, love is just going to arrive. Okay, so this is the oracle card we're getting for today. It's called Relaxation. And the cat in this deck, in this particular card, is called Molly Like a Cloud. She is the embodiment of that luscious state between purring and sleep. Molly understands the healing magic of stretching her paws, arching her back, letting out a long meow, then settling into a cozy circle of softness and rest. For a moment, or maybe longer, let go of everything you feel you have to do, and consciously relax your body and your mind. Slow down your breath, savor the stillness between each inhale and exhale. Close your eyes, unwind, soften, because you deserve the gentle healing of relaxation. So, don't let any stress be a stress in regards to love, Pisces, because if you're single, there is potential for something amazing. Just don't settle. If you're single and you're not interested in a relationship, you are good. Don't worry about it. You're going to be very, very happy on your own. If you are in a current partnership, okay, and it's going well, know that in the future there may be some talk about children, and there could be a possibility that maybe you're not into it and the other person is, and there needs to be a little bit of a talk there for some of you. And for others of you, you are choosing to leave behind drama and everyone who sustains it for you. It's like everyone who wants drama is not in. Bye. Like, and it actually may be very easy for you to say goodbye to this. But ultimately, this is the main energy that you guys have in love. 10 of Cups, the highest form of emotional fulfillment. So you guys have nothing to worry about and all to look forward to. All right, my loves. Thank you so much for joining me today. I love seeing those messages for you. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking. Thank you for sharing this moment with me. You guys know that I love you to the moon and back. And I leave all the information that is relevant in the description box as always. So you can check out the website, so you can check out the manifestation sessions and the programs and the courses and the meditations and the products and all those things. All right, my loves. I'll see you in the next reading. Bye.